Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where we learned this 144% truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which would consist of the servants and the prophets, who have been ordained to sing this new song in these latter days, which comes in the form of this gospel, which will be preached throughout all four corners of the earth and rest upon the ears of the men, women, and children of Israel that may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shalom.
Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, me, my Salaki, the beloved brothers, and myself, we're able to come back out here through the mercies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's right.
And testify openly our Savior. And pretty much chant down the downfall of Mystery Babylon the Great. Where we've been oppressed, we've been raped, robbed, and murdered, for hundreds of years, man. So, but now we're coming into a time where Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, starting with the chief house of Esau, which is Amalek, like those Amalekites, those small hats, those gutter rats, those big nose people.
That's
like,
right.
like the beloved Elder Ariamlab says,
right.
Those nickel hats, right? Those culture vultures. Right now we're living in a time where Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is making inquisition, okay, on these people, man. They're on the Scopeo.
That's right.
Okay, and what's going on over there in the east? It's no coincidence, nor is it a surprise. You see, because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, came into power through war.
That's right.
So you can only imagine that's how he's going to be removed out of power, man.
That's right.
Like the beloved Elder Yashawamba says, Yahweh Shai is going to smack the remote out of Esau's hand, man. And that's going to happen. It's going to happen violently. There's going to be a violent removal of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man.
Right.
And through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we have an article. Lord willing, it's not going to be long. You know what I mean? The Shabbat, camps are just short and sweet, maybe 60 minutes. That's it. Just bring it out to the spirit.
That's it. And if I may say, that it's crazy how the Israelites, right? Because that's what we call them, the Israelis, them Israelites, right? And Babylon, right? America, they're allies. They've always been allies in war, right? And there's no coincidence that biblically they are both going to get destroyed the same way. Except one is not going to be inhabited no more, which is going to be Babylon, the great city right here in America. But Israel is going to be reconstructed, right, by our slaves, right? When we take back the other heathens, okay? But these people got to be removed, right? Because the rightful owners of that land got to go back. And there's no coincidence that all this is happening over there right now. And, this is just a prelude, a preview to what's really going to happen, okay? Because we understand that through prophecy, everything's not going to break out, all the way through, okay? This is just a sparring match, as we would say. This is a sparring match before the big fight. But we still need that MOTV to come into play, Jacob's trouble, all right? And then the destruction of these two places are going to, come to pass.
And that's beautiful that you said that the Israelites, right? Israelis, and these Edomites over here, they've always been allies, obviously. Always. They're the same people, right? And ultimately, what's so heavy is that you brought a precept to my mind. The scriptures even joined them when Balaam had that pretty much that vision of the future. Matter of fact, that's in Numbers 24. Can you get that for Bakasha? I think this brother, you didn't have anything, right?
I did have something.
Can you grab that Numbers 24 real quick? Yeah. Bakasha, I believe start at verse 18, I believe. Because it goes into Esau and it joins Amalek in with that. That's crazy.
May I read up one verse?
Now I need 18. I want to go 18 down.
All right, come on.
But I believe that's what I want.
Numbers 24 and 18. And Edom shall be a possession.
That's the point. Yeah, go ahead.
Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
Right. Esau shall be a possession. Meaning what? Esau's going into chains, man.
That's right.
Psalm 149.
That's it.
When you're a possession, you're a slave.
Right.
You're being held captive.
That's it.
And Seir's gonna be a possession.
That's it, man.
Your land. You ain't gonna have no name in the street no more.
Nope.
That tells you that in Job. You out of there.
That's it.
You see? You out of there, man. Read that again from the top.
And if I may say, there's a simple scripture that gives two tokens to that about Esau. And that's Revelations chapter 13 and verse 10, where those that lead it into captivity, it's no secret who's the one who led the nation of Israel into captivity, and those that live by the sword. And we understand who was the one that was blessed by the sword. So this man has to go into chains, man.
No doubt about it. And it tells you that. It tells you that. And as a matter of fact, Kenny, we're going to read down on that. Isaiah, can you get Isaiah 24? And the last 3 verses backing up what you're going into, because it's going to back up this. It's Isaiah 24, the last 3 verses. Go ahead, brother. Stop from the top.
This is Numbers 24 and 18. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
And Israel should do valiantly, man. We're going to do valiantly through our power. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. He's going to be in our favor.
That's right.
You see, remember, scripture says what? Yahweh mustereth the host of the battle.
That's right.
He's in control of the winner or the loser.
That's Isaiah 13 verse 4, I believe, or 5?
I believe so.
Yeah, 13, 4 or 5.
You got it, brother. Continue on.
Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion,
Yahweh Shai.
and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city.
Right. Jacob's going to be tearing shit up. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Jacob's going to be tearing shit up. That first 1,000 years of the captivity of you heathen ain't going to be pretty.
Nope.
Right. We ain't going to have that rod of iron for no reason.
No reason.
When you look up the rod of iron in the biblical usage in the blue letter, it tells you under kings, referring to kings, the most rigorous rule. You see, it's going to be rigorous, man. It's going to be bad. There's a lot of blood that has to be paid back for what you've done to our people, man.
That's right. That's right.
All that blood has to be paid back for.
That's right.
You got it, brother. Continue. This is the point right here, though, what you have brought up. It joins Amalek in there. Ready?
And when he looked on Amalek, he took...
We're talking about Edom, a verse up.
Right.
And now when he looked on, see how he joined them together? Go ahead.
He took up his parable
Now,
and
read that
said,
from the top.
Numbers 24 and 20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations.
Right. Why? Got 2 reasons. First reason, this nigga was the first to attack us when we were coming out of Egypt.
Right.
It tells you that in Deuteronomy 25.
And that's why
We can get that. I'll hold that.
And that's why the Lord said that we shall have war with Amalek from generation to generation. There ain't gonna be no stop to this.
There ain't gonna be no stop to
You know,
this.
like I've always said, man, lions versus hyenas. Ain't ever gonna be no peace.
Right.
Ain't ever gonna be no peace between us.
Continue, brother. Read that from the top of Bakwashah.
Numbers 24 and 20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Right. Continuing my point. That's beautiful. Continuing my point. The first reason why he was the first of the nations, because he was the first to attack us coming out of Egypt. I'm gonna get that. And the primary reason was because what? Their blessing, going back to Genesis 27. This man was blessed. They're the first to have the fatness of the earth. You see? Esau, Edom's the first to have the fatness of the earth. See? The dews of heaven.
That's it.
Evil is the only heathen,
Right.
the only nation that the first nation to do that.
And if you think about
You
it,
see?
the elites are those small hats, man. Them elites up
Right,
there, bro.
that's them.
The 1%ers,
You see?
the ones that are controlling the banks, the ones that are funding all these
That's it.
wars on the left-hand side, because we know that the Lord is controlling everything.
Of course.
But out here, that the Lord is giving them the power to
Right.
control these wars on the left-hand side. All right? And but Israel, you know, it was prophesied that we're not going to have military might. What did it say? Judah, the gates of their has language.
Right.
I mean, we ain't got no protection. But here you are. These guys got a military might over there in Israel. You know what I mean? Joint heirs with America. You see what I'm saying? Like, these people are all over the place. And you know what's even more sad that I was bringing out to the brother over here and not that I got family members that are Christians, right? So-called pastors, posting shit up like prayers for Israel and putting up their flag and shit like that, not understanding that those are our enemies, man.
Right.
These people are batshit crazy.
Right. And that's the spirit. The latter end of that precept said what? his latter end is that he should be what?
He shall perish forever.
That he shall perish forever, bro. Going into that Obadiah 1:18, going into that eradication of evil and it's starting with the chief house. What did King David do with that filthy Philistine, Goliath? After he dropped him, he cut his head off.
Right.
You see, you go for the head. You want to kill a snake, you cut his head off.
That's it. That's
you
it.
see,
The body falls.
Right. I want to back that up with that Deuteronomy, going into how that first explanation going into how Esau, Amalek specifically, was the first of the nation, going into attacking us.
And like you said, how they're gonna perish, right? And it's echoed all over the Bible. Even in Isaiah, he says, "I'm gonna cut off son and nephew."
Right.
That's the male.
Yep,
you don't need to kill the
that's
woman.
Yep.
The woman doesn't produce a nation.
Right.
It's the male. So the Lord is echoing how He's gonna eliminate, just like what Egypt tried doing to Israel when after the first Pharaoh passed away.
Right.
That
he tried to kill all the man child.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Because he knew that would cut off the nation right there.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Because they know that we carry the bloodline, we carry the seed.
But see, Salakia, in Egypt, that wasn't the counsel of the Lord.
Right.
But it was prophesied for Esau, Amalek, and all those tribes to be cut off forever.
Right.
So we will succeed in cutting off the son, the nephew, the father, whatever male comes from your lineage is going to get taken out.
That's right. Absolutely. Deuteronomy 25:17, and here it is, just to shed light on this. You got Amari Stoudemire talking about how he's so upset about what's going on with Hamas and those small hats over there, and how they're kidnapping children and killing the elderly. Here it is, Amalek did that to us. And through Moses, what did Yahweh tell us? Okay? Upon the time of them niggas greatly afflicting us, right? Deuteronomy 25:17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way.
Right.
When ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee. And smote, the last time I looked at that, means to delete.
Right.
You see?
Right.
Even all that were feeble behind thee, men, Salakia, children, elderly, women, right? When thou was faint and weary, and he feared not Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And this is another token to how we know. There's one more verse, but this is another token of how we know that he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has displayed the lack of fear for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. He's changed the name of the Lord. He's changed the image of the Lord. Job 9:24. That precept never goes out of ammo, right? We can grab that all the time. And then you got this nigga added and took away from the scriptures. You see, which is all these are capital offenses.
Change the natural use of a man and woman.
Just
pushed it.
Just completely wicked.
Yeah, that's it, man.
That showed he even spoke blasphemy towards the Lord.
Right. Hey, he said his creation was going to surpass the God of the Bible.
Man.
You know what I mean? He said we could piss the Lord off all we want now. We could make it rain, this and that.
Right.
So, and then you got this, like you said, this coon, Amari Stoudemire, right?
And Floyd Mayweather. We didn't forget about you being that head nigga.
But what did they?
We didn't forget about you.
What are two things they got in common? They're both getting paid by Amalek.
They're both joined unto Amalek.
Right, because they know them big paychecks come from Amalek.
Yep.
And one thing that they're afraid of, which they use Kanye West as an example, because me and the brother were just talking about it, that they made him an example. They made him from a billionaire to having a couple million, you know what I mean, in his bank. They took all these endorsements away. You know, they did the same thing to Kyrie, you know what I mean? And guess what? Hey, once you worship Mammon, you cannot worship Yahweh, so you cannot tell the truth. Right? You siding with the devil. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of, I was telling the brother earlier, remember the movie The Django? Samuel L. Jackson? He was the house.
You're the movie man. You're the movie guy.
He was the house slave, and he started screaming when they killed. He started screaming. His master, bro. He was living good. He was living delicious.
Yeah, right.
You know. So it's the same shit because these people are living delicious out here. They don't want to let that shit go. You know.
And that's the spirit. What they did to Kanye West is they pulled the jailhouse move on on Jake. What they did was because he was a billionaire. He was one of the richest so-called black men, right?
One of the richest rappers.
Right, and generally speaking, black man was a billionaire.
Yeah.
So what they did with him was they were like, okay, look what happens when you speak out against him.
That's
so
it.
It's probably all set up, but just to show, you know, look what happens to get all these other niggas under subjection. You see?
Yeah. That's
and
what I'm saying.
I'm backing you up,
They
right?
made an example
But they
out of
pulled the jailhouse move. Because you know how when locked up, you go for the big.
Right. Let me throw him under the dungeon.
Right.
See who else wants to act up.
Like, even if you lose, like you knuckle up with the big nigga, like they're like, okay, this brother, you know what I mean?
Right. Go for the head.
You know what I mean?
The body
like,
falls.
Right.
You know?
And everyone else gonna think twice, you know, before dealing.
And truthfully, Amari Stoudemire got chump change compared to
That's what I'm saying, Kanye West.
Kanye West. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right, but Floyd Mayweather, like, god damn.
Yeah.
You know, they using him. The brothers call it the celebrity machine.
Right.
They have a celebrity machine that they utilize in efforts to cast those enchantments on Jake. Because Jake is looking at Floyd Mayweather like, yo, I want to be that nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this nigga got 50 cars in his garage.
Right.
Mansions.
Million
Not
dollar,
just one mansion.
$1 million
He got
watch.
mansions, right. He got about over 100 watches.
Yeah.
But needless to say, back to the point regarding Amalek, right? And here's the point. Deuteronomy 25 and verse 19. Therefore, it shall be when the Lord thy power hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, and the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. Thou shalt not forget it.
That's it. Man.
Echoing
That's
what
it.
we brought out in Numbers 25, 24. You
it,
see?
man.
And then I quoted Obadiah 1 and 18 in the spirit. This brother quoted how the Lord is written. It's in Job, I believe it's in Isaiah as well, going into how the Lord's going to cut off son and nephew.
That's it, man.
The Lord, Isaiah 63, who's this that coming from Bosra?
Hey, if
the
it's
Lord
children-
got Esau on his crosshairs, man.
That's it.
All through the scriptures.
That's it.
You got one?
And you know, and it's crazy that the Lord's like that, and our people is like this.
Yeah, brother.
Shielding him.
Right. But
You
guess
know what
what?
I mean?
Isaiah 13 and 15, you like to quote it a lot.
Hey, those that are found with them are gonna be thrust through.
You're gonna die the death of an infidel.
That's it,
What's
man.
that mean? An unbeliever.
That's it.
You're gonna die the death of an unbeliever, man.
What does the scripture say in Ezra's? Let the unfaithful die in their the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness.
Yeah. Second address is that 15,
I believe so. Yeah.
right? Yeah. That's 15. Yep, absolutely.
Right.
You got it, brother.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people, over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Thus says Yahweh Hashem Yahushua of hosts, I remember that which Amalek did to Israel, how he laid wait for him in the way, then he came up from Egypt.
Brother, what do you think this is going into? What we just read in Deuteronomy.
Beautiful precept.
This is what he's literally precepting the Deuteronomy 25.
Beautiful precept.
Yo, beautiful, Malak. Bring that clip. You got it.
Now go and smite Amalek.
See?
That's it.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua didn't forget.
That's it.
He was telling Saul to go handle this nigga, man. Don't leave nothing behind.
Right. But guess what?
He didn't listen.
But guess what? Saul was just a pawn to fulfill what's going on now.
Of course,
You
but
know?
just to echo how the
Right.
Lord
Right.
didn't forget.
Right. No, he didn't.
The
forget.
Lord, that's the point of, like, the Lord didn't forget.
Right.
The Lord's like, yo, okay, I'm going to use Saul to make this happen. And this shit, Saul did, and that's beautiful that we're bringing up Saul too. Because
Right.
these niggas are in that Saul spirit.
Right.
That
Right.
disobedient, right? That
Don't want to take out their enemy completely. You know what I mean? They want to choose and pick. Khan, that's a beautiful precept.
That's
right
a
there.
perfect with what we just brought out. You continue on for Baku Shah. You're going to have to jump down too.
1 Samuel 15 and 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
Now,
You got it.
I want to add that you got Amari Stoudemire feeling bad.
Bring that video
for
up,
these,
brother.
For
Can you
these
get that
kids.
video?
I got you right now.
Yeah, we'll play it for the camera.
They got Amari Stoudemire feeling bad for these kids. All right, and he talking about he an Israelite, this and that, because he said he knows he's an Israelite. But here it is that the Lord made a decree. He said, hey, go and kill them.
Yeah,
He commanded them, right? Go and kill them all. Kids, women, children, don't spare nothing.
Right. Why be fighting about it?
Right.
Got it?
No.
I got it.
Shabbat, right?
Shabbat, S-H.
Shabbat.
Yeah, S-H-A-M-A-C-H. Yeah, there you go, right there. Right there. That's the video right there.
This one?
Yeah, that's it right there. It says that he opens up with the video. So if you want to look at it, it's not like right. Go away.
Hopefully they can hear it.
Right.
Hopefully they can hear it, you know? Let me see where.
It's good,
Good, man. This morning was some disturbing news out of Israel. That Hamas is kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. That's some cowards. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything. You. Figure out what? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages. It ain't never been cool to kill women and elderly. Never been. No matter where you from, what you represent, what tribe you from, it don't matter. There ain't never been no cool. There ain't never been nothing that nobody supported. And then you go and hide and put the kids in front of you as a barricade. That's some cowards. All you politicians who always have something to say on the contrary, I see you. You. All you Black Lives Matter people who always have something to say and always supported everything else, and you quiet now, you too. Only place in the world where I can go and study Torah and eat kosher food. Only place in the world. Some cowards, y'all, and all y'all supported. You. On my mama, we don't respect none of y'all for that. Peace.
There you have it.
Man, this
See?
dude over here talking about all y'all that support that shit, fuck you. You're a bunch of cowards. You're a fucking coward.
Right.
You a coward.
Completely.
You're a coward. You know the damn history on these people against our people.
Come on, man.
And you over here talking about some culture food. Shut the fuck up, man.
Right.
Shut the fuck up,
And
man.
at the end of the day, right? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is behind what's going on over there. Exodus 15 and 3.
Man.
Yahweh Bahashim, get that real quick. We can quote it, but we might as well get it.
Right, man. This
Exodus 15 and 3.
That man, yo, fuck the fuck out of here, man. Talk about babies and how about the babies that got taken from Judah and thrown to as alligator bait.
Right.
Or the children of Gad that got stoned, hit against trees and thrown off creeks.
Exactly.
You're the weak ass nigga.
The Lord don't give a fuck about no babies, man.
Right.
Hey, do me a favor, brother. Get Jeremiah 49 and 20 in the NLT, and we're gonna prove that. You got it, brother.
Oh, okay.
He got it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. Salaki.
You good?
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is a man of war. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is his name.
There you have it. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is a man of war. What do you think the spirit, his men are coming in, man? Go read about the Maccabean revolt. Right. Okay? Look at the spirit that was on Methathias and his son Judas Maccabeus and the rest of the brothers that were coming in that spirit that were valiant for the law. You see? Hey, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai don't play.
There's the book of Romans chapter 2 verse 11. For there is no respect of persons with Yahweh. Right. We don't give a damn if you're a baby, a woman,
Lord don't
an
care.
old feeble woman.
Yup.
All right, we don't know who the fuck you were in your past life, man.
Right.
This man got me hot, bro.
Right. Hell yeah.
Lack of understanding. Talk about some. This is the only place I could go to eat some culture food,
Hey,
man.
before you get that, I got one too.
You bugged out.
Hey.
So you're only thinking about your belly. What about your people?
Right.
What about your people that can't travel over there with no money to eat no culture food, man?
Right.
We over here eating
Yo,
GMO
brother.
food
Brother.
under the same damn oppressor.
Get Proverbs 17 and 15.
These are the same people
About Rashad.
that funded the Atlantic slave trade. All right, that you a product of, and you talking about you feel bad that this is some coward shit. You a coward,
Right.
100 times over.
17 and 15. You got it. Go ahead. Still out here, brother. Hold on. I'm going to back you up with something too.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth in the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
You see that? So Floyd Mayweather, Amari Stoudemire, and 230 you niggas, all right, that are siding and riding and apologizing, hugging and kissing up on Esau Edom. Guess what? You're an abomination to the Lord. Why? Because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is an abomination to the Lord.
Oh, man.
He's outside of the temple.
And guess
Hebrews 12 and 16 tells us that there's no one more profane than he.
And guess what, man? If you don't repent, which highly likely you not, because you eat him good. Man, I can't believe the first thing that came out of this damn coon's mouth was about some damn culture food, man. Some culture food.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
He wasn't worried about nothing. He ain't make no good points. He ain't even bring no biblical aspect into it. He talk about some culture food, man.
Right.
You're gonna die with these men.
That's it, brother.
You're gonna die with them, man.
Come on, brother.
Shit. Yeah, we can bring that out.
Baku Shop, we'll get this real quick regarding the babies. Because, hey, people will be like, oh, man, they're DTs, domestic terrorists. Right? Oh, they're going to leave what they'll kill. Listen, the Lord is about that life.
Come.
Check this out.
Come.
Back in the book of 1 Samuel, but we're going to jump to chapter 16, right? And verse 7, right? And it reads, now this is upon the Lord choosing David amongst his brothers as far as being anointed. You see? And mind you, his brothers were valiant men. You know, these brothers, you know what I'm saying? These were men of war.
God.
But with King David, what was he herded the sheep? You see what I mean? He was the least important.
That's right.
But check this out. Verse 7, right? 1 Samuel 16 and 7. But I'm gonna start at verse 6. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord's anointed is before him. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Okay, which is your spirit.
That's right.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Yahweh is the father of spirits,
Now,
man.
all spirits.
Ezekiel 18 tells you, he said what? All souls are mine.
Right.
He's gunning for your spirit.
That's it.
He don't look at you as a baby.
That's right.
He could care less.
They don't give a shit.
You can be handicapped, elderly, missing limbs. Don't matter.
And this is all, and not to go off topic,
And you got that.
but you got to understand that you don't know what that baby is paying judgment for.
That's it.
You know, we understand. That's why we ain't no soft ass fools up here feeling bad for a baby being kidnapped or executed. Right? That baby might have been a terrorist in his past life. He might have been burning you, or he probably kidnapped one of your kids.
That's right.
In the past life.
That's it, brother.
Okay? But you soft ass coons out there talking about I feel bad. And anybody that support this shit, man.
And the book of Proverbs will tell you evil men understand not
Not
judgment.
judgment, bro.
You see, you got that, Shakal.
He's wicked.
Check out this. What's that? That's in the NLT, right?
Yep.
You got it, brother.
This is Jeremiah 49 and 20. Listen to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's plans against Edom and the people of Teman.
Which are the Germans?
The Germans.
Which are the wise men
Right.
of Esau.
Right.
Even the little children will be dragged off like sheep,
That's it.
and their homes will be destroyed.
Read that one more time.
Jeremiah 49 and 20 in the NLT. Listen to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's plans against Edom and the people of Teman. Even the little children will be dragged off like sheep, and their homes will be destroyed.
Come on, man.
That's it.
See? the Bible. That's in your Bible too.
That's it.
That's in the NLT. That's in the New Living Translation, man.
That's it, man.
Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is all about justice and judgment, man.
And war.
Right. Exodus 15.
And
we can prove it. Psalms 89 tells you that. It's all about justice and judgment. And what's going on out there in Israel is judgment, man. Okay? And here it is. We're about to enter into a heavy part of biblical prophecy where what's going on over there with Israel and those Palestinians, it's about to draw out Babylon.
I got that after.
Right?
But we're gonna bring
which
it
is
out
gonna
after
which is gonna herald in
Right.
the Third World War.
That's it.
The Third World War's war.
We're gonna bring this in nice and short and sweet.
Khan. I'm not sure if you read it, but the meat's pretty much the title and about a couple of paragraphs down. You know what I mean? You could probably just read down to honestly up there, or even down to get out. When they
I would read this right here.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah.
If you want, if you're compelled, go to there.
So, this is an article on Cyril Hedge. U.S. sends warships.
What's that date?
Salakia. This is from Sunday, October 8th.
Fresh off the press.
Right. A few days back.
Right.
So it says U.S. sends warships, aircraft carrier to Israel for potential support operations. It says NBC's Pentagon correspondent is reporting that the U.S. military is dispatching Navy warships as well as an aircraft carrier to waters off Israeli as part of support operations. The U.S. military is planning to move U.S. Navy ships and U.S. military aircraft closer to Israel as a show of support.
Baba Rashad, here it is. When you go into Deuteronomy 28, I want to say it's like verse 7, when you brothers can grab that real quick. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai was going to be in a position where, well, I should say it like this. If the chosen people were going to be in a position to where anybody came up against us, they won't have a chance. If they were the chosen people, they shouldn't be not only fleeing their land, but they shouldn't have, the Palestinians shouldn't be able to come up in there 3 different ways. Because they came in there through ship, through air, and through by land. That shouldn't be. You got it?
That's you got it.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 7. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall cause thine enemies that rise up.
Read verse 1 and then we'll jump down.
Verse 1. The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Jump down to 7.
Yep.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
And aren't the Palestinians rising up against the so-called real chosen people over there? But we gotta be careful what we say, because they'll get us.
Right.
You know what I mean? We barely got 5 videos up and they'll get us for that.
Right.
If we say that J word and shit. You know
They'll
what I
strike
mean?
us out.
But needless to say, we're gonna read that from the top. Bro, read that again, brother. You got it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 7. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee 1 way and flee before thee 7 ways.
Here it is. They're coming in 3 different ways. And they got Israel fleeing 1 way. Yo, because when you read down into this article about Rashad, we got to jump down to validate that. I knew that was in the spirit. That last paragraph I had mentioned, that's the one. That goes right into this right here, because them niggas are fleeing.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, right here. Yeah. Likely, the coming days will see an exodus of tens of thousands of tourists as well as foreign nationals who reside in Israel. Dual Israeli nationals were placed with places to stay abroad will also likely be seeking to get out.
Wow, come on, man. They should be well established. There shouldn't be no fleeing Israel if you were those chosen people pursuing the biblical prophecy.
We're gonna get all that right now. I'm on.
You got
You
it.
good with that? You good? All right, brother. This is the book. Good. There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom.
Counsel going into what? Plan, right? His plan for Edom. You got it.
And his purposes that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. That's the Germans.
Yup.
Right? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And who's he talking about? The least of the flock is Amalek.
That's it.
Them
Right.
little hat guys.
Right.
You know? Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
See?
And why is it echoing desolation? Why? Because Israel and Babylon must be destroyed.
That's it.
They both gotta be destroyed. And this is all part of the Lord's counsel.
Right.
That's why he's causing this to happen, so he could draw them out.
Right.
You see?
Right.
And I'm gonna get.
If I may just add on to that, why he's saying, to what the brother's saying, them Israelis, them warring with Palestine, because you gotta remember, Russia is allied with the Palestinians, man. You see?
Hey, there's an article that says that Putin has his fingerprints all over this attack.
You were telling me that earlier. That's the spirit, and that's highly likely. You know, that's highly likely. But this is beautiful because at the end of the day, this is biblical prophecy speaking loud and clear. All right? If America steps up as a guard for Israel, Russia is going to step up as a guard for the Palestinians, which is going to be a clash of the titans at that point, which is going to herald in a thermonuclear fallout.
Right.
Okay? A thermonuclear fallout.
Right.
We're living in a time of war. And you people are worrying about Christmas. Okay? Your mind's wrapped around Halloween coming in a couple of weeks. A wicked ass holiday. Here it is. World War III's brewing. Hey, Jake, you better get your mind right.
Right.
Hey, you better start trying. Hey, you want to be a rapper or a basketball player? You better get your mind right.
Right.
Or you going to get burnt up with the rest of these people, man. Because them missiles are coming.
God. And there's another title that says U.S. must be ready for simultaneous wars with China and Russia.
Woo! See that?
Hey, you know.
Hey, them war drums are beating, man.
They're beating, bro. They are beating, bro. And like I said, if you look up that article, right? Let me see if I can find it real quick just to read the headline.
Yeah, Chicago got something, man. Chicago, you got something, right?
Come
Con.
Right here, see? The Hill just announced saying, Putin's fingerprints are all over the Hamas attack.
Woo!
You see? So, and the fingerprint comes to an identity, you know, and they identifying that Putin's, you know, that strategic, you know.
Right.
And you know how Esau is, because those are Edomites too.
Right.
They're cunning hunters.
Right.
Okay? See, so they'll use that bait.
Right.
What are hunters known for? Laying the trap.
Right.
Laying the bait. And I just want to bring one more precept out before you continue with yours, right?
I would have just also mentioned, and that's the spirit, because at the end of the day, what Ezekiel 38, that tells you that Russia will be a guard unto these nations.
Right.
So it's not a coincidence that he came through, slid him a couple of toolies, right? And said, handle them real quick.
But what happened even deeper?
Yeah.
What even deeper? If you guys, I'm gonna put you onto something. When the Euphrates River dried up, there was videos and reports of a bridge being built and the Russians bringing in military weapons to the Middle East.
I seen that.
Okay?
I seen that.
So understand
I seen
how
that.
all this is coming together.
Right,
You
right,
see what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
But
the
this
valley of Yahweh Shabbat.
But only the counsel of the Lord shall stand.
That's it.
Hey. Hey, but yo, you gotta understand, these are beautiful times we're living in. to be witnessing these things that are happening and to be able to see and to be able to put the pieces together through these scriptures, hey, that the mercy of the Lord is on us, for real, bro. You know? So I'm gonna bring this out real quick before we continue with you, okay, brother? This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he has taken against Babylon. See, now it's not saying Esau no more, it's saying Babylon, but it's going to talk about Esau because Esau is many people, you know what I mean? Echoed in the Bible.
We know for a fact that pursuant to you got Psalm 137. Well, matter of fact, it's Isaiah 13, where Babylon is joined to Esau. Right? Egypt is joined to Esau as well. You know, we know that Esau is Mystery Babylon is great. In America. Right. For sure, hands down.
And his purpose is that he has purpose against the land of the Chaldeans. Woo! Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
See that?
See what I'm saying? So first he was talking about, because he echoed it. He did put them together. In 49, he mentioned Esau. In 50, he mentioned Babylon.
There you go.
He connected them together right there.
You have it.
And he mentioned desolation to both.
Right.
That's it. You know? So, and you got to think about it, man. You know, this is not a coincidence. All right? This is not a coincidence. Like if these demons are conjuring this up to play the Blue 52 fake out.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, man. The pride of the heart has deceived them.
That's right, brother. Go ahead, Chicago. You got it.
Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you.
Oh, no, Jesus.
Go ahead. You got it, Malak.
Deuteronomy 33 and 28. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down dew.
Bro, isn't there a dome out there in the Holy Land that them Ishmaelites are worshiping their power at? Right? Am I mistaken? Or is that happening? That's happening.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
There's a mosque or some shit. How you say
There's a dome.
Is it a mosque, right? They call it a mosque?
Yeah, they call it mosques.
Right. So here it is. Read that again, brother. This is crazy.
Deuteronomy 33 and 28. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The fountain of Jacob shall be upon a land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down dew.
So, how is it that these people are the people, but the Lord is saying that Israel should dwell in safety? But they're over there getting attacked, you know what I mean? Kidnapped, killed, you know? These are tokens to let you know these ain't the people, man. And I'm a bet. You got something?
Yeah, well,
go ahead, brother.
I'm gonna bring it out. It's the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11.
There it is.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David.
Woo!
Where's the tabernacle of David?
Right.
I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah, come, because the tabernacle of David, when you take a glance into the time of King David, all right, when the tabernacle of David was raised up, the heathen were in subjection. There were garrisons in their lands. You see, there were literally servants to Israel. You know what I mean? That's how we were able to get that 40 years of peace under Solomon, because of the work of King David. King David couldn't even be a part of building up the Lord's house. What did the Lord tell him? You got too much blood on your hands. Right. You know what I mean? He used them for a different purpose. You know? I just wanted to make that point, brother. You got that.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. And I'll raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old. So just like you were saying, they're still warring with the heathen. And where is King David? Where's the tabernacle at?
Right.
You know, where's
Where's Yahweh Shai?
Where's Yahweh Shai?
That's a great scripture.
Them
right
niggas,
there.
I heard that I don't remember how many deaths they were out there. Was it 2,400?
Well, right now,
Over there, they remember the count they had? Or was that another?
I'm not sure. I think that was the earthquake.
But needless to say it was. Needless to say, people are dying out there.
Con.
They're supposed to be pursuant to Jeremiah 31 and Hebrews 8. Right?
The last number I heard was 600.
Right. So here you have it. They're dying out there. Hey, pursuant to the second covenant, they're supposed to be immortals. They're not supposed to be dying. This isn't making any sense.
I got a scripture right now backing that. I got a few of them. Man, we gonna nail these people down.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, starting at the top.
Right.
The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
Yup.
Right.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Right.
Where is all the nations flowing unto these people? They've been there since 1948.
Right.
And yet they've been in war the whole time that they've been over there.
Right.
Ain't nobody going up over there to visit them, to learn or anything like that.
Right.
Or to bring them gifts and you know, and pay homage.
Right.
Okay?
If I may, right, just echoing what you were just saying, when you look it up, it goes into the Arab and Israeli war.
Right.
Which after they signed that Balfour Declaration, the following even, damn near immediately, they were at war. They were going at war.
Right. And if
it
you-
doesn't add up.
And if you look at it, right, in verse 2, it says, and it shall come to pass in the
Prophecy.
last days.
Yeah.
So this is something that's gonna happen in the last days.
Right.
1948 was how long ago?
Right.
We're looking at 75 years ago,
Right.
right? We got 75 years ago, and what are you waiting for? When is the last day coming? You know that this is talking about. So continuing on,
I just want to make a point. In verse 1, it says Judah and Jerusalem.
Judah and
They just
Jerusalem.
claim to be Judah. Where's the rest of Israel at?
That's
Where's
right.
the 12 lost tribes of Israel?
That's right. Right.
right? All they claim is the J's. You know what I mean?
Because you got them talking about that they're Levi, you know what I mean? They're Judah. You know what I mean?
It says,
They're the 10 lost tribes.
Continue on, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. Yo, here we are in Babylon, America, 75 years later, still iniquity is increasing, right? They're pushing the LGBT, shoveling it down people's throats. Wickedness is increasing, all right? Where's all the nations flowing onto Israel to learn the Lord's ways? You know?
Right, and the society is contrary to the Bible.
God.
When you take a glance into the society, and you try to compare it to the scriptures, to the Bible, it's contrary.
Contrary, that's it.
You
Opposite,
know,
180.
Like you're saying.
Yeah, 180.
No, I just wanted to say, they practice the Talmud.
Right.
So you're gonna go over there and learn some wicked shit anyway. You're gonna be circumcising babies with your teeth.
Right.
You're gonna be doing, you're gonna learn that they're actually really wicked.
Sorry.
You know?
Sorry.
You ain't gonna learn about Jacob. You ain't gonna learn about the Bible.
Right.
Humping
The commandments.
Humping the wall over there, the wall of Herod.
Right.
And they still allowing the alphabet on parade over there.
Over in Tel Aviv.
Right.
Hey,
Kosher
that's the
pork.
gay capital of the world.
Right.
Tel Aviv, brother.
That's right.
Come on, man. Here it is. When you get Leviticus 20 and
That's
13, it tells you what?
Right.
If a man lie with a man like he lies with a woman,
It shall be put to death. And
then
you know what's
blood should be upon you.
And you know what's the hypocrisy about them? They say they don't believe in the New Testament, so they don't believe in grace.
Right.
So how many people have they put to death according to the law that they say they go by?
Right.
They say we only live by the Torah, which is the book of the laws.
That's it.
Right? So where are you establishing the law?
Right.
But it's all a lie. You're just a big devil hypocrite, man.
Right.
That's it.
Right. They'll grip on the Torah.
Right.
They'll dibby and dabby in the Tanakh.
Right.
And then they'll just want to disannul the New Testament.
Right. But not live by the Torah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Right. It says, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Right.
Where are you establishing the law?
Right. I thought the law was done away with.
Right.
Pursuant
Right.
to wacky tacky
Christianity,
right?
you know, and all that. But where are they establishing the law? Where are you putting these molds down? Right? Where are you doing it?
They're making laws for the moment.
Right. It says, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem,
Right.
and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into prudent hooks.
Right.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation,
Peace.
neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right.
And what's going on over there right now? There's a damn war.
Right.
So how are those the people?
That's right.
See?
It doesn't add up.
Doesn't add up at
You
all.
see? It's because they're not the people.
God,
What they are is imposters.
God.
Okay? And ultimately, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to show these demons. They know who we are. But Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to pretty much take these demons and remove them off of our land. And it's gonna be through violence. You see, it's gonna be through violence. You got something, brother?
Yeah. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Who should be slain by the edge of the sword?
Oh,
and who should be led away captive?
That's beautiful.
Israel, man.
That's beautiful. I had that.
That's the spirit. This is during the time of 70 AD.
God.
Okay, under Vespasian and his son Titus, man.
God.
You see? This happened to Jake. Go ahead,
God.
brother.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
And these are talking about natural Gentiles.
That's right.
The heathen.
That's
Go ahead,
right.
brother.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Brother, get Zechariah 9 and 6.
And you know what's crazy?
Bashar.
And you know what's crazy? If I may say, vocab Malone will sit there and say we're Gentiles, but we're not the ones in that land.
Right.
That's why he can't deal with Luke 21 and 24.
Right.
Right? Because first of all, we're the only people that got scattered through all nations.
Right.
And so who are those people that are over there in the land until the fulfillment of the Gentiles is
We're
fulfilled?
going to find out right now.
Come
You
on.
got that Zechariah 9 and 6?
You heard that? Or shall I thought you
While
did
he
that.
gets that, I got Ezekiel 36 and 5. Real quick. There's the book of Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore thus says the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
Right.
You know, so who was the one in 1948 to say we're returning back to the land with that big lie?
Right.
Appointing a land that was desolate, because why? The people that are supposed to be there were scattered through the four corners of the earth. And what did the Lord say? You should not see it again. You see, until the Lord came back to redeem us. All right, and the Lord ain't back yet.
Right.
So you got to ask yourself, who are those people over there? There's still war going on. There's no peace on the earth. There's no nations flowing unto Israel to learn the ways. Checklist, checklist, checklist. Strike after strike after strike on this damn gutter rat.
And what's beautiful is the Bible tells us who's over there. You got that Zechariah 9 and 6?
Yes, I do.
Read it loud and clear. Bashar.
This is the book of Zechariah 9 and verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines.
Right, a bastard should dwell in Ashdod. And what you're gonna find out, it mentioned the Philistines, right? Why? Because Ashdod was in Philistine, right? The Africans, they used to own that land until we took it over. All right, it's a port off of the Mediterranean coastline there. Okay, and it's the land of Israel. You see, and these niggas are over there. All right, flourishing over there. There's various beaches over there in Ashdod. It's the 5th biggest city in Israel. You see, and these imposters are over there claiming to be the Israelites, but they're nothing but Edomites. That's the true biblical race of the so-called white man. You see, they're Edomites. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Edom, right in the Hebrew, which is Adawam, which means friend. All right, because they have no melanin and their blood comes forth. They're clean lepers. You see, these are who are over in that. Those are the bastards, man. And it's the spirit, because me and Isaiah always like to call them that. Me and Isaiah, the brother over there in Florida.
Hey,
But
I know they got plenty of school people.
yeah, Con, we should probably close out soon.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Let them bring out whatever.
Yeah, Con. But I want to continue to mention Zechariah 9 and 6, that bastard being Esau, man. You see? This is who this nigga is. He's a bastard. He's a child of incest.
Right. he got. No, put it this way: his heritage was laid waste to the dragons of the wilderness.
Right.
I mean, he don't even got a false god. He had to conjure one up with one of his homosexual sons.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is who his God is, man.
Right.
You know, it's crazy, man.
You bastard.
Right.
So in the NIV, Hebrews 12 and 16, It says, see that nobody be as sexually immoral or godless as Esau.
Right. That's
Hey,
actually
man,
one of my
you
favorite. That's
already
one of
know.
my favorite translations in there.
And you already know. It's crazy because, you know, these were the people, they pushed this shit upon all the nations. You know, that's why in Revelation 13 it says, and they worship the beast.
Right.
Because every nation had to worship, you know, Babylon, you know, Rome, you know, the revised empire of Rome, all right? Because they were the hammer of the earth. And they pushed all these philosophies. But there wasn't no Moabite pushing LGBT or
Right.
no Africans or, you know, wherever you went, even out there in the Middle East, you
Right.
get put to death for that. But
Right.
guess what? Who normalized it? All right?
Right. Why do you think you have something called Hellenization?
Khan.
All right, because the time of the Greeks, which were Edomites,
Right.
okay, they were taking over everything, man.
Khan.
Antiochus Epiphany, man.
That's
I mean,
when the four generals,
right, Cassandra, Ptolemy,
Right.
Lysimachus.
Right.
Seleucid and Lysimachus.
yeah,
I smiled at you for a reason. brother.
they took over the ancient world.
Right.
They took over the ancient
That's
world. There was
correct.
4 parts that they took
That's
over.
correct.
See, and they Hellenized that whole
Right,
spot.
Hellenized that whole thing.
Yeah,
and then
man.
the Romans came through and did the same thing, which
God.
were Edomites,
Khan.
right?
Khan.
Which
Right.
were Edomites,
Right.
and then you had the Western Empire fall,
Right.
all right? Then you had a period called the Dark Ages,
Right. But
Right,
that's
right.
when that little horn resurrected,
Right, but-
which is the revised Roman Empire.
which is the Renaissance, during the Renaissance period.
God.
But needless to say, they like to call the Dark Ages a time of they don't know the history.
Right.
Right?
Right. They want to forget that shit.
They don't know the history.
Right. They want to
But
forget
they know
that.
the history.
Right.
There's when your asses were in caves,
Right.
wearing your underwear till they disintegrate.
Right.
Your old lady, right, picking lights out of her coochie, eating that shit, you know, tripping. You're not washing your ass or your kids' asses
Right.
for months at a time.
Right,
Eating
right.
juniper root,
Right.
right? Talking in animal tongue.
Right.
You know?
Barking at each other.
Yeah, bro. Completely bugging. Completely tripping.
Barking at each
this
other,
is the
bro.
history of Esau.
Come
It's there.
bro.
You see? Hey, it's so easy a
Expose 'em
caveman
out.
can. It's so easy a caveman can do it.
right.
Right.
Where do you think that came from?
Right.
This nigga was a caveman.
That's
You know?
what's that shit called? Caucasus Mountains means.
Right.
Caucasian means a cave dweller.
Right.
You know? So, go ahead, brother, whatever you guys gonna bring out, because we're gonna close out soon. You got something too, brother? Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 6. Thus says Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the palaces thereof, and I will cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter from Ashkelon, and I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish. Thus says Yahweh Shem Ashai. I just want to jump down, Salakia, verse 11. Thus says Yahweh Shem Ashai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Kept his back forever.
But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra.
There you have it. Hey, Edom, Teman, Basra. Talking about one group of people.
That's right.
The Edomites, the so-called white man. Esau, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has it out for evil. Has it out for him. And then you have it. He's hated us. It was perpetual. That tells you that you have a perpetual hatred. That a perpetual means continuing, ongoing, and never ending. You see? He greatly afflicted us, man. This man greatly afflicted us, man.
Perpetual also goes in the word old. So it's been a long time he has this hatred,
Right.
all the way back to Genesis.
Right.
Perpetual means forever.
Right.
Since the womb.
Right.
Since
That's
the
right.
womb.
Right, ongoing.
That's it. It's never gonna stop. That's why I said I compare this beef to lions and hyenas.
Right.
There ain't ever gonna be no truce, man. There ain't gonna be no truce, man.
Right.
There ain't gonna be no truce.
Right, that's why Psalm 50 tells you that he slandereth his own mother's son.
That's right. That's
You
right.
see what I'm saying? That slander goes into bringing up false accusations, lying on them,
And
trying to get them killed and shit. You
And
know what I
slander is
mean?
one of the words in the blue letter for the devil. Slander.
Yeah. Slander, a false accuser.
Right?
Right? That's exactly right.
This is Jeremiah 23:7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that they shall no more say, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Hey, brother, Salakia, can you go up a little bit on that? Start on 5.
Come. Jeremiah 23:5. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch,
That's Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Go ahead.
In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely.
And Israel shall dwell safely again.
I thought we read that fleet in the land.
Right. They out of there. Right. Go ahead, brother.
They flee in the land.
And this is his name whereby he shall be called Yahweh our righteousness. Ba'ashem Yahushai, therefore behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that they shall no more say, Yahweh liveth, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
And that's because Egypt was, up to this day, the biggest act of salvation. Up to this day, there has not been salvation bigger than the exodus of Egypt. Go ahead, brother.
You got atheists talk about it.
God.
But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
See, and that's talking about Babylon the Great right here.
That's right.
North America, baby.
There has never been a captivity where Judah and Israel were put together.
Right.
This is the only captivity that they've been put together. And this one is going to be bigger than all, man.
Right.
These chariots are going to come. You see? The Lord's going to destroy the superpower of the earth.
Right.
And he's going to get rid of this wicked devil.
Yeah, but
You know what I mean?
what's so beautiful, right, is that prior to the Lord delivering us, there's going to be an onslaught of scourges and calamities.
That's
The
it.
scriptures say many great miseries. 2 Ezra 8 and 50.
Right.
Many great miseries. Babakusha, can you grab that? 2 Ezra is 8 and 50. Real quick before you continue. Babakusha, real quick.
But finish that real quick. Finish
You
the
want
last.
to finish it?
Yeah, he got like a
I
few
just
more.
wanted
He
to
got a
jump
few more.
it.
He got a few more lines. Go ahead,
You might
finish
as well
that real
finish
quick.
that while he
But
finds
may I
it.
say one thing
Go
quickly?
ahead, brother.
Is that what did it say in Ezekiel 37? You shall no longer be two nations.
Right.
And we had the stick, the
That's that
12
stick.
tribes sign, and
Right here.
the whole house of Israel was the dry bones,
Right here.
where Israel and Judah were joined together.
That's
it.
that. This is the plank he's talking about right here. The sticks.
Right.
Go ahead, finish that real quick, brother.
Jeremiah-
This is the point right there.
Jeremiah 23:8. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
And here they are. When the hell did those gutter rats get driven to all nations?
Right.
They only went to Germany by train
Right.
and then brought back. That shit was a big hoax.
Right. That's
That's all that was.
That's exactly
You ain't gonna compare 6 million gutter rats to hundreds of millions of indigenous and so-called Negroes being killed over here in America.
Right.
Prophecies don't fit them.
Right.
They're just being exposed as the biggest liars, the big great blasphemy.
That's right.
They committed blasphemy against the Lord through us, painting that bastard right there as the image of the Lord. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then telling them that they were going to supersede the Lord with the creations they created here.
Right.
Damn gutter rats.
Hey, this is why this is gonna happen. You got it, brother. It ain't gonna be a smooth transition for Esau. It ain't gonna be a smooth transition. You got it, brother.
And I just want to say something. You got, Israelites here walking in America don't know who they are, and they in your land claiming to be you.
Right.
Identity theft.
There you have it.
It's the book of 2 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in their latter time shall dwell in the world.
Why? Why?
Because they have walked in great pride.
Because they have walked in great pride. What does America stand stand on?
Remember the American pride.
Right.
The proud, the few, the Marine.
Right.
I'm proud to be an American.
Proud to be an American. Hey, gay pride. Hey,
God.
these niggas are all about pride.
But guess what? Your pride has deceived your heart, man.
Right. These niggas are all about pride. So what's gonna come? What you get and as a reward for being proud is misery. And you want to be lewd, right? You want to practice sexual immorality, right? Allow all this sexual profanity to go forth. Well, what you're going to find out in the book of Tobit, it tells you that lewdness is the mother of famine. So here it is. Famine is going to be part of those miseries that are going to come upon you people. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is fattening them up.
And if you look at, like I always say, I always look at the Bible as such a poetic justice. You know what I mean? So when you look at how he describes what's going to happen to Babylon, destruction, 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 right? Everything is going to be destroyed. And what comes before destruction? Pride comes before destruction. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord, man, you know, it's crazy that the Lord has set these guys up from every angle. He has boxed them in. He gave them everything that goes against him. He gave them that spirit. Gave him a sword, gave him pride, gave him the counterpart of Satan.
Esau's pretty much, he's been given all the arsenal to be destroyed.
The vessel of destruction. Romans 9.
That's crazy.
The vessel fitted for destruction. And he even echoes it right there. Because those two vessels he's talking about is Jacob and Esau. So he honors one, which is Jacob, because Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And he says, but the other is the vessel fitted for destruction. Pride goes before destruction. Babylon's going to be destroyed. Esau, for your violence against that brother Jacob, none shall remain in your house. The Lord has spoken it.
That's right, brother. There's no way around it.
Come on, man.
There's no way around it. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has a date with destiny.
Man.
And there's no escape.
That's
Just like how we couldn't escape.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
There's no way you can titty and tata. You can't go into no bunker. There's no space station you can hide in.
The Lord ain't gonna stop at Deuteronomy chapter 28. Like he said, all right, just close the book. I sent my children out, just close the book.
You know? And what's so comforting and beautiful about this whole thing is that it doesn't matter what happens to us. Prophecy's still gonna be fulfilled. It's still gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. So it doesn't matter, and Esau knows that. You know, Esau knows this, and this is why Revelations 12:12 is gonna activate. You see, he's gonna come down with great wrath.
That's right. That's draconian laws and all that.
This nigga's gonna bug out because he knows. He's like, damn, this shit's coming. Them brothers, man, we killed a lot of them, but it's still happening. You know?
And that's why the articles that we brought out a few weeks ago, where he says we're gonna have to take them and relearn and reteach them. Or, you know, it don't matter no more. Like they're out in the open, like, hey, it is what the fuck it is, man. They already know what we're about. We're just gonna abuse our power.
That's it.
And that's it, because that's all we got left.
That's all we got
left.
That's it. You know what I mean?
So you want me to bring this out before we close out?
Come, bro. I think he got one more.
You got one more? Go ahead, brother.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
That's it.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never since there was a nation, even to that same time.
All right.
And that
for you, Apostle Curtis, all right, you bald face, fitted hat wearing nigga. All right, you talking about they ain't gonna be no Jacob. We gotta keep aiming at him. We ain't done with you, Apostle Curtis. We ain't done with you. Jacob's trouble is real. All right, and if you don't believe it, hey, you gonna get caught blindsided by it.
That's right.
You got it, brother.
That's right.
And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Right, written in what book? The book of life that you can read about in Revelations. Those that were written in the book since the foundations of the earth, pursuant to Ephesians.
God.
You see, they're initiated.
Right.
Starting with the 144,
right.
trickling all the way down to the innumerable multitude,
Right.
men, women, and children of Israel. This is why
Right.
we open up like that, man.
Cause
This
you
is
know-
why we open up the way we open up.
Nah.
We acknowledge the 144 and those men, women, and children, man, that innumerable multitude, man. The
And-
elect.
And you know, and I got something to say about that, because you know the valley of the dry bones wasn't everybody waking up.
Right.
Because pursuing Romans chapter 11 verse 7,
Right.
Israel still hasn't found what they seeking
Right.
for. Amari Stoudemire,
Right.
Mayweather, you know, all these damn coons, you know, your Apostle Curtis.
Right.
You see, why only the elect? Okay, that 1/3, right? The 144 and the 1/3, but the rest were blinded up to this day. So they're still out here spiritually dead, but the ones who received that breath was the elect being activated, as the brother said. You see? Yeah, bro.
I just want to say to clarify what I was saying earlier. The
Yeah.
nations, like, were together in Babylon and America, but I meant to say the two nations. We're gonna be two nations, one nation in the kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
Just to clarify.
No, I believe you said it right the first
Yeah,
time.
okay.
Yeah, come because the it's not gonna be rent no more
Right.
into two. You know,
Right.
it's gonna go back to
You
the
said it
natural
right
order.
The first time,
Right.
brother.
And the J O to the O, I don't even think they have a 12 tribe breakdown. No sign, none of that
Which
stuff.
brothers?
The J to the double O.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yeah.
out of there.
Yeah, the gutter
Yeah,
rat.
they don't know what the hell's going on.
You got something, brother? No.
Them niggas, like the brother said earlier, they're circumcising babies with their mouth. Yo, they're humping on walls
You
and
don't want to go learn. You don't want to go to that mountain and learn nothing.
brother, they got
Brokeback Mountain over there.
brother, they got
Brokeback Mountain.
bro, they got 12-inch sideburns, bro.
Right.
Like them niggas don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Look like a bunch of incest babies out there.
Right,
man.
bro.
I'm
got
gonna
it,
close it
brother.
out
How
with
is
this,
it?
right? There's the book of Revelations, chapter 2, and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
That's right.
And here you are struggling with the Palestinians.
That's right.
But at the end, the Lord said he was going to give you power over the nations. You see, here it is. You're supposed to be having power, but the power of the earth is Babylon, the great city. You see, it don't make no damn sense.
Right.
And that's why I brought this out. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father. But you guys are still out there at war, calling for help, as you said, fleeing. You know, where's your rod of iron ruling over the nations?
Right.
You see? You guys just don't fit no prophecy, man.
No, not
one.
The only prophecy they fit is you going into chains,
That's
boy.
it. That's it.
You going into chains, Evo
That's it.
Lee.
That's
You
it.
better get ready.
That's it.
Because brothers are gonna have chains on you so heavy, and you ain't even gonna be able to sit up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna have to stay hunched
Right.
over.
Right.
You're gonna stay with a blown out back. Yo, the way you did Jake,
Right.
you know the way you did Jake, hey, you know you gonna pay.
And the only prophecy you fit is like Ezekiel 36:5, Luke 21:24, Revelations 13:10, Obadiah. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hebrews 12:16.
Esau don't want to fit the prophecy. He wants to fit prophecy he don't fit.
Right, but
You
you
know
know
what I
why? I wouldn't want to either.
Right.
Everything is bad. All his prophecy is bad, man.
Right.
Everything he's going that's coming for him is bad.
Right.
No repentance. This nigga been a fugitive since Genesis chapter 4, is it? You know, he's been
I got one more.
He's been a fugitive since the beginning, brother.
I must be allowed to get
Hey,
this.
he fulfilled Job 9:24.
Job 9:24, where the earth was given to the hand of the
Yes,
wicked,
come on.
and he covered the face of the judges.
His
Come on,
system is
man.
the B system.
Right.
That's Esau's system.
Come on, man. Like this, everything that the Lord gave him a bad script, man. Shit. I'd be running from that script too. I don't want to play this movie.
Right.
Shit. I don't want to be in this movie.
He liked it when he was Alexander the Great.
I was,
Right.
you
Loving that
just
movie.
read my spirit. He loved it in the beginning because, you know, the beginning of things is like, all right, cool. You know, I'm in power, everything's cool. But the end, what is it? How is it? The end of all things is better than the beginning?
Right.
But
Yeah,
that's for
yeah,
us.
yeah,
He
yeah,
did-
yeah.
Because the end of because Esau is the end of the world, man. And Jacob is the one that follows it.
Beginning of it, that follows
That's
it,
it,
man.
Ego.
I got this right here.
Right.
We can close out, brother.
Right,
The
brother.
book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and it's the spirit I asked you to bring this out way earlier, and the spirit still brought it back.
Right.
The book of Isaiah, because it's got to come out. The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 21, and it reads, and it shall come to pass in that day, prophecy, right? That the Lord Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. Who's this talking about, man? You Amalekites, the chief house of Esau. And look, honestly, all of you elite from all you other heathen nations as well. This is talking about the host of the high ones that are on high, the kings of the earth. You see, it's time for you to pay. It's time for you to pay, bro. Right? And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited, man. You know, so here it is. We know that these niggas have bunkers, bro. I mean, it's well known that they have bunkers. And you're gonna try to hide out in them.
Revelations 16, is it?
Yeah.
16 and 15.
Amos 9 and 1. And
They
2.
say, let the rocks fall on us.
Right.
I think
and
it's
hide
6.
from the face of him.
Right. So guess what? Those bunkers are gonna be your well, not for all of you, because it's obviously pursuant to Psalm 149. They're the first. Matter of fact, we should close out right there. That's the spirit. We'll close up right here.
I'm gonna start at 5.
Yeah, start at 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 5. There's the book of Psalms, chapter 149, starting at verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. The saints are you Israelites. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
The heathen, all you
That's
niggas,
it.
man. Starting with Esau. Go ahead.
To execute upon the judgment upon them, Salakia, the judgment written. Right. No way around it.
Right.
It's etched in stone, man.
Right.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord.
Bro.
And what does it say in Revelation chapter 13 and 10? For he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He that leadeth into captivity must be what did it say?
Must go into captivity.
Must go into captivity. Salaki, I just had like a brain
pop.
yeah. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's it. You see?
Bro, this is what we're waiting for.
That's what we're waiting for.
It's what we're waiting for, man.
You regular Joe 6-pack heathen are going to be burnt alive, and the elite of you heathen are going to be the first to go in them chains, heavy as fuck.
God.
You see? Point blank period.
God.
That's the end game for you. You see? You got it, brother. That's the end game for y'all, man.
That's it, man. That is it. And it's like I said, this is so poetic that the way, like I always say, man, it's beautiful to understand the scriptures in this way, man. That you echoed how they're gonna be running into bunkers and hiding, you know, and how they echoed, I'm gonna hide from the face of him that's gonna, you know, from his wrath.
That's right.
Remember what Cain said? And from thy face I shall hide.
All the way back in Genesis.
God, from the end was declared from the beginning. He said, from your face I shall hide. And here it is in Revelations, they're saying, let the rocks fall upon me so I can hide from his face. That's going to bring that wrath.
That's it.
Roughly paraphrasing.
Still running. That vagabond still running.
From the beginning, brother.
That vagabond is still running.
It's crazy how you can put together the first book to the last book. Just like the first book gave him the sword, the last book kills him with the sword.
Right.
It's like,
and that's the spirit. Jeremiah 51, or Jeremiah 50 rather, tells us that Esau has been found and also caught.
Bro.
You see, he's laid a snare on Esau.
Right.
He's been found and also caught.
It's right there.
His shit,
it's right there. No, I'm saying it's right here.
Right.
This is the indictment.
Right. It's caught up with him.
That's his indictment.
All of his atrocities, his unrighteous dealings, and riches gotten by deceit, it's caught up with him.
Right.
At some point in time, it's gonna catch up with you. You see, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is long suffering. He'll wait you out lifetime.
Hey, just like your FBI be building cases for years to hit you with that RICO on the right hand side. All right, the Lord's saints, we've built the case on you as well, and we got the whole Manila folder right here with all your offenses. Okay, So, you know, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DTA.
Above. Kum Yasharallah. Shalom.
Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.